Good day, viewers. Welcome to Express Politics on CVRC. I am Oyedo Kumari Samuel. My guest for today is Mr. Akintunde Somi Fizens. He's an author, an educationist, and a philosopher. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And the topic before us today is self-defense and state of insecurity in Nigeria. So, Mr. Akintunde, what is the state of insecurity in Nigeria as a speaker?
The state of insecurity in Nigeria.
Yes.
Where should we even start from?
Start from anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. As a matter of fact, the state of insecurity in Nigeria could be seen everywhere in this country. Is it the kidnapping that is ravaging the eastern part and the northern part of the country? Even the western part are not even left behind. The banditry, the bandits on our highways, the ritual maiming, the ritual killings here and there. So, and the terrorist formation, Boko Haram, ISWAP. So, the state of insecurity in Nigeria could also be traced, could be seen in could be traced to the failure of leadership. Because right from the time immemorial, the emergence of Nigeria, where we have our independence, the emergence of military messed up so many things. Because we commenced the process, and the process we ought to have grown out of it and become matured out of it. But military, it was being infiltrated by the military, and the military, they were in charge of, they seized power for too long. If you could notice from the 60s, they ruled till the late 90s. So the emergence, you could see, and the way military operates most of the time, it's quite different. The rule will decrease, and we see what we call the act of dictatorship, yes, and what have you. So the state of insecurity in Nigeria, you could see the thumbprints, the fingerprints everywhere in the country. And again, I'll just let me just leave it at that, because that's what we are experiencing currently in Nigeria. Everywhere, kidnapping.
Okay, Mr. Akintunde, everyone is entitled to their own opinion in this country. Maybe last month, let's say to be precise, Zamfara state governor brings up about this self-defense, that people of the state can go and buy guns to protect themselves. And yesterday also, we have another news coming from Babadi Boye, the RCCG president, says that you don't need guns, but you can just need a jaw or a cow to defend yourself. This also going for all these ones are traceable to self-defense, right? So, what with the state of the country, do you think that we should adopt these self-defense techniques?
Well, in my opinion, I think I will not want to subscribe to that, to this issue of self-defense. Because when you are saying people should carry guns to defend themselves, then we're actually moving towards anarchy, chaos, doom. We're also moving towards a state of where you see the younger ones, those who does not even know their right from left, they want to also defend themselves, and so in my opinion, I don't think that should be the end at the moment. That should be what we should be looking out for, because there are so many ways we could come out of this quagmire. And one of the ways to come out of this mess is we need to engage ourselves enough. We are rational thinking, mobile, intellectual being. So I don't think engaging ourselves we can exhaust that process. And when we follow the process, you see that the result would be a lovely one. What am I talking about? Is that we need to adopt the instrument of dialogue. Why are these people creating mess? Why they turning the country into a kind of where the country has been ungovernable by those who are leading the country? Or why is it that they are terrorizing people here and there? Why? Why should be in the mouth of our leaders? Like I said, when the unemployment rate is becoming so, it's because it's not just in a geometric progression, but in an exponential progression. When they keep moving in a very high speed, then what do you expect? Everywhere people are not doing anything. And don't forget, the highly one is the devil's workshop. They are not engaged. I mean, the leaders are not engaging the citizens skillfully. They are not creating a kind of atmosphere where they will learn skills to be better, to better themselves. Number one, and you create schools where you want them to they graduated from, and there is no job afterward. Number two, and again, so many of them they are unable to fend for themselves. They are unable to take care of themselves at that particular age after graduating from school. What do you think? These are people who have gone to school. They've learned how to use their brain. They will come out. They will make a mess of the country. So why not look into this issue and create a kind of enabling environment where all can use their hands, use their legs, use their head to do something. So what I'm saying in essence is, before the country could resolve to this act of self-defense, I think the government can engage the citizens with the instrument of dialogue, can dialogue with people with the help of the salient questions. The salient questions pointer, like why, what do you need, where do you want to be, situate whatever you want to do, how do you want to do it. These are the questions that should be in the mouth of the leaders. And if they fail to do this, then this insecurity will just be the starting point.
Okay, Mr. Kitule, I want us to take a look at it from this aspect. With the state of insecurity in Nigeria right now, as we speak, we have banditry, we have herdsmen, we have Boko Haram, we have all these things. Do you think that the security partners of this country, Nigeria, they are capable of driving these people off, curbing this off?
See,
do you think they are capable of it?
I will not use the word capable, and I will not use the word I will not say they are not capable, and I will not say they are capable. Because sometimes, when a process is not transparent, then being part of it will become very difficult. So, in the first place, we have a limited number of military operatives that are handling the affairs of this country. That's number one. The security apparatus, the security operatives, right from the police to the military to the intelligence, whichever word to anti-graft, we have limited number of those who are supposed to be in charge of that operation, in charge of that jurisdiction. So what I'm saying in essence is, the military, number one, something, in my opinion, this is my opinion, they need to get their hearts correctly, in the sense that the leadership of the military must be thoroughly engaged. Because as we speak now, the killings in the country, don't forget the experience of the prelate of the Methodist Church that said that a roadblock was not far from where he was being kidnapped. That says volume. That speaks volume for it. So what I'm saying in essence is, the head of the military, they must come together. In the first place, if not for the way the country is being run, military have no business in politics. Military men, and funny enough, our military men are the ones governing us. They are the ones ruling us. Look at it from time immemorial. Those Obasanjo supposed to be the president in the 70s, 76, there about the 79. He became the president again in 1999, 2007. Look at Buhari, the president in the 80s. The head of state in the 80s. He is the incumbent president to speak.
Yes.
Like military men, they have no business in politics, because a man who has governed, who has lead, you don't expect him to come and lead in Agbada, my brother. No. That's the kind of. It's not really falling.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kentunde. So, with all these I've all mentioned, these things, what do you think is the way forward?
The way forward is that like I said, we need to strengthen. Initially I talked about I was talking about the state of insecurity, and then we're looking at how to use the instrument of dialogue.
Yes.
Number one is the instrument of dialogue. We must learn to. I wouldn't want to spend more time on that because I've talked a lot on that. But the second one is to strengthen our institutions. Because the popular Yoruba balance is the finger that has done wrong will be definitely be cut off after due investigation. So there's no two way about it. You are caught, you will definitely dance to the music. And when your judges, when they are hungry, judges, they are not living in good houses. The lawyers, they are not thinking straight anymore. You turn them to charge and be lawyer. All sectors become, they are more or less like in shambles, and then even ordinary farming sector, agricultural sector is becoming like a nightmare to we that owns the land. So what I'm saying is, every institution should be strengthened. The judiciary, there must be a reform in the judiciary. The legislature, they must, do their job as a legislature. They must pass the appropriate law. They must make it effective. They must make it effective, and the executive too. They must be up and doing. And don't forget, one of the major problems in this country is when the local government are not being well taken cognizance of. When the money that is supposed to, or the kind of opportunity that is supposed to sink down to the grassroots, is being changed at the state level. So strengthen the what's it called, the institutions will go a long way in curbing the, and again, like I'll keep saying it for the opting time, that you cannot build lies on lies. Okay, you cannot build a lie on another lie. You cannot. There are enough of this amending. The Constitution must be revisited. We must revisit the Constitution. We must look at the shortcomings in the Constitution, expound it, replace it with the appropriate laws. Not until we are able to do this, I tell you, Muslim, and again, price control measure. In the economic terrain, in the economic arena, there must be there must be considerable, there must be people to be in charge of that area.
Price control.
You can't just everyday inflation upon inflation. Where you used to go to spending 20 naira before it's now 100 naira, because nobody is looking into it. And the economy, people should learn how to. In short, food should be a basic need. You must make sure you have an enabling environment. There must be a kind of accessible road where farmers can bring their commodity. They can take their commodities from their farm to the city to make money. And when they make money, then they will be very glad. They will be very happy. Then they want to engage in the same farming process again. But if not, if all these are not done, my brother, I tell you most solemnly, I don't want to be pessimistic. It's good to be an optimist.
Well, it's good to have you in the studio. And viewers at home, you've heard it all from Mr. Akintunde. Yeah, please, we just want to urge you to follow us on our Facebook page, TVRC News Lodge on Facebook, and you can also find us on our website, tvlclive.com. Then on our YouTube page also, TVRC News Lodge. So just subscribe and make sure you share so that this thing can go viral. And here is where we draw the curtain for today. Thank you for joining us once again, and do join us same station next time. Bye for now.